So I've got a 2005 Subaru Legacy wagon. Had it since new, 196,000 miles on it, and doing some brakes, calipers, front and back from Rock Auto. Fronts went pretty easily, new hoses, but in the rear I ran into an issue with rusted hard brake lines and had to come up with a little solution. Thought I'd share it. This is some of the brake line that came out of the car. You can see how rusted that is. In some spots, as I was replacing the rubber lines, I got some leaking from up here, and it was the line that runs across from this side to the other side. So I knew the hard lines were so badly rusted that just moving them a little bit to loosen things cracked them. So I'm kind of glad that I found this issue. But wanted to share how I routed the lines. It wasn't all that bad if you've ever done brake line before. But what I did, because the line that comes to the car is a little, I don't know, splitter transition block, and then the line that goes to the driver's side goes pretty much underneath the gas tank where you can't even see it. So I knew sending a line through there and trying to bend it and all that was probably more work than needed. So what I did was routed it. Try to show you. You can see where this line right here, that is the hard line. I put the hard line inside of a 3/16. It's 3/16 line. I put that inside of a 3/16 silicone hose. Here's a little bit of it. You can get this online. Slid the line inside that so it wouldn't rub, and you can see it kind of goes above the subframe, behind the gas tank, and right above the differential. I'm going to try to show you from below. So from below, there's the line right there. It goes, just above the differential. What I did was I took some stainless, call them zip ties, wire ties, you can get at Home Depot. Strap that to the subframe and then use another plastic zip tie to attach the brake line to the metal zip tie. You can see kind of how I did it right there. Just wrap the stainless zip tie around and then just zip tied it again. So there's two here on this side of the car and then two on the other side as it goes to the driver's side. And then underneath the passenger side, because you've got these hard lines here coming from the front of the car, from the master cylinder to this transition block, like a coupler, I guess, so they can assemble the front part of the lines in the back separately. It was very rusted here with the old line, so I added the new line, not before they were tucked all the way kind of, up here where the gas tank meets the bottom of the car, but I couldn't get up there, so I kind of wrapped them just here and then bent them. This is the passenger side to the hose, and then this goes to what I just showed you, the other side of the car. I had to put a coupler in here because you can't bend all the line and then put it in. You do need to do it in a couple sections. So that was where I did that. And also on either side of the car, the lines that go from the back of the caliper is rubber, and it meets up with the hard line as it runs along the trailing arm, and then it goes back to the rubber. This hard line section here was pretty rusted too. They put a covering on it. You can see this black casing, but where it sometimes is attached to the car, they leave it exposed, and you can see the line is just crumbling. I think this is part of the recall issue from years ago. I don't remember exactly what the issue that they fixed or addressed was, but I think it might have been related to these exposed areas of the lines. But bending this up wasn't too bad. I'm going to cover this in more of the silicone hose that I have. Just wanted to show it see how it was routed, and then I'll show you the driver's side. Driver's side, pretty much the same. Get yourself an induction heater to heat up these bolts. They will come out a lot easier. There's one here and the one on the back side of this bracket. They would strip out or snap if I didn't use the induction heater. So that thing is a lifesaver. So yeah, it comes back up here. Here's where the line comes from the other side of the car. You can see it comes through the subframe there, kind of wraps around the subframe mount here, and then directly to the attachment point on the car to the rubber hose. So what I did here for this line here, I just kind of made it straight, and then I made the fitting on this side, the driver's side, first with a small bend in it, and then I just kind of sent it through, attached the connection here, and then I went to that side, measured kind of where that other coupling would meet up, cut off the line, added a fitting, and then on that side I could just continue from that coupler fitting on to the other side of the assembly over there. So it wasn't too bad. I mean, there are other ways to route it. I would try to keep away from the drive shaft, from the exhaust, obviously, from rubbing, and you'll see if you have this car, you look straight through there, there is a hole that kind of goes straight through from one side to the other above the subframe. So the line's kind of contained. It won't droop or fall or get rubbed on by anything other than the subframe, but it's very easy to pass a line through there. That was almost the easiest part, surprisingly. So